Mike Memoli, I feel like this is what I think Joe Biden says when he shouts at the television, but he wrapped it all into a speech and really took his White House and his party on the offense, said we beat the NRA, and put himself squarely on the side of federal and local law enforcement, who in many instances are on the receiving end of unprecedented attacks from the GOP.
That's right, Nicole. This was absolutely an effort by the White House for Democrats, with President Biden leading the way, to flip the script on Republicans. Democrats paid a real political price in the 2020 election down ballot. The president himself didn't, of course. He was elected, but down ballot, a lot of Democrats lost the election because of the framing of the party as the party of defund the police. So you saw the president here in this swing part of a swing state where he's going to be spending a lot of time in the week ahead, reversing that, saying that this is the party, Democrats, who want to fund the police. But more than anything, what you saw from the president today is politics 101. If you are the party in power, if you control the White House, the Senate, and the House, as Democrats do at the moment, you want to make an election a choice election between two parties rather than a referendum on what you've done. And so what you heard the president do was initially pose this question to Republicans. Whose side are you on? Are you on the side of law enforcement that you claim to support, or the insurrectionists that you've apologized for? And really what he's doing, though, is making this a choice for voters in the fall. Nicole, I've spoken recently with two of the president's top political advisors, and they say, yes, some of the headwinds that we were facing in this election have dulled a little bit because of his legislative successes of late, the accomplishments like the Inflation Reduction Act. The decision by the Supreme Court, of course, overturning Roe versus Wade, has really injected a lot of energy into a key pillar of the Biden coalition as well, that is women voters. But more than anything, the reemergence of Donald Trump, really, he never went anywhere, but he's certainly back in a bigger way than ever before. And the hold that he has on his party still to this day, not just when he comes here like he will on Saturday to campaign with the Republican candidate for governor, but the fact that he has shaped the primary field in a lot of these races has given Democrats a real chance here. And as one of Biden's longtime advisors said to me, Donald Trump is the MVP if Democrats manage to defy all of the political history here and hold on to the Senate and potentially even hold on to the House.
Mike Memoli, are they studying anything about how the midterm elections of 2002 defied this pattern of sometimes the president's party not faring so well in midterms? Because it seems like a lot of the things that were on voters' minds have to do with some of the very same things in the news: the security of our homeland, national security, questions about the ex-president and all of his allies who are real slow to condemn the hoarding of classified documents. Are they looking at other examples in history when a president's party fared well in the midterms?
Well, this is a White House that has studied midterm elections very closely. And Nicole, I spent a lot of time with then Vice President Biden out when he was campaigning in the midterm elections in both 2010 and 2014. And then I was with him when he was in a lot of races, more than 60 races in the 2018 elections. And you know how this Biden team prides itself on the consistency of its message. And they are really, that's one more reason why they are thankful that Donald Trump has so inserted himself into the conversation. But really what we see here from the president is focusing on the core message that got him into office in the first place. This idea that we are, as he's going to lay out in a primetime speech on Thursday, in a continued battle for the soul of the nation, is a message that's ever more salient now because of what we saw happen with the raid on Mar-a-Lago and the Republican voices who are like Lindsey Graham. You heard the president refer to him. He didn't name him for sure, but he certainly was aware of what Lindsey Graham has said of late. And the idea that he is talking about the potential reaction of riots in the streets was something that the president clearly was aghast about, and they feel has given Democrats a real opportunity. I was talking before this event with the county chairman from neighboring Susquehanna County, Pennsylvania. It's a little bit redder even than Luzerne County here and Lackawanna County, a Democratic stronghold. And what this gentleman told me was that he has been talking, yes, to independents who are certainly trending in their direction, but even some Republicans who are increasingly interested in potentially voting for Democrats in this election. And I think it speaks to what we heard from the president, not this week, but last week, when he said, I respect conservative Republicans. I don't respect MAGA Republicans. And for this president, who has a compulsive need to relate to even those with whom he disagrees on so much, that was quite a statement. And I think it's why they think this election could go Democrats' way, despite all historical trends.